Hello everyone and welcome into your daily card reading. This is for Tuesday, March 12th, and we're going to be taking a look at what all energy and what all messages are coming in for you from God, Spirit, the Divine. So let's go ahead and jump in. As always, I'll pull some cards for the collective and then I'll pull for each sign grouping. So make sure to check the description box to see the link or the timestamp to when your grouping starts. But as always, remember, take only what resonates and leave the rest. And make sure you hit that subscribe and notification bell if you want to be alerted as to when some of the new videos are posting. I will be doing ones for the second half of March here coming up within the next day or so. So let's jump in. We have the Four of Wands, we have the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. So, all right, this is a very strong twin flame feel. So if you're on a twin flame journey, this is definitely a good message for you for today. The Four of Wands, this usually signifies twin flame union, reunion, because it's the 11-11. And then also with the Three of Pentacles, because that's divine, masculine, feminine, and spirit all coming together. And then also we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is that reward, that independence, that self-reliance. So if you're not on a twin flame journey, though, this Three of Pentacles is about collaboration and it's about coming together and having that teamwork feeling. And the Four of Wands is about domestic bliss and that harmony and that happiness. So overall, a really good, I guess, start to the read in terms of the feel that's out there. So it's a lot of good, positive, happy energy. So let's start today with our air signs. That's going to be our Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So we have two cards that jumped out, actually. We have the Empress and Death. So the Empress is that kind of loving, nurturing, flowing energy that's coming out, and then Death. So I would say that's the end of some sort of struggle. So for our air signs, if you've been having problems and feeling like you're trying to work through something, that end is coming to, whatever that sticking point is, whatever that pain point is, that feeling of, I just really wish that this would do something different. So that's coming to an end. And then you have this loving, abundant, nurturing, flowing energy coming through on the heels of whatever it is that's ending. So sometimes that's a cycle. Sometimes it's a thought process. It's a belief that's coming to an end. So good message there for our air signs. And then we have Moonlight, travel, romance, and potential. So this is going really well with this. When we look at the blues, it's going really well with that nurturing, flowing, loving energy that you have. Maybe some travel coming up on the horizons for you. Maybe that sense of romance, getting away with your special someone, especially if you are in a twin flame dynamic, which if you're not, this can also be representative of balancing the internal masculine and feminine, because remember, everybody has that masculine energy and that feminine energy. And so if you meditate with crystals, Amazonite is about finding that balance between the masculine and feminine energies. So whether that's inside of you or whether that's you and a partner. All right, our Sufi Wisdom Oracle card was Beyond the Ego, surrender to the flow of life. And that could be what is dying. When we look at the color schemes here, that could be what's dying, is your sense of, I need to hold on really tight and I need to try to control the situation. This card is saying just let the universe flow the way it needs to flow. And some of that too is about having trust and faith in the divine, that things are progressing the way that they're supposed to progress. Things are playing out according to divine timing. You may not be aware of what that timing is supposed to be, but there's a natural flow to it. And let's see. Oh, I grabbed two, so we'll go ahead and look at both of them. Reveal. May openness lead you to connection, and stretch. May you extend your reach. And so again, that's going really well with this stretching your reach. That looks like that's going with this ego card here. when we look at those greens in there, about extending your reach and kind of extending your boundaries or pushing your comfort zone. I guess I would say that's more like pushing your comfort zone, that maybe you're not comfortable giving up control, but that's what the universe is calling you to do. And then reveal, may openness lead you to connection. So some of that is sitting in that loving, nurturing energy, letting that energy travel to where it needs to go. And a lot of this too, so when we're looking, we're looking at the greens here about letting go of trying to control the narrative, trying to control the flow of everything, and letting the universe bring in what's supposed to be in there. And you're going to find that sense of happiness and peace and harmony. So that was our message for our air signs. Now let's move on to our fire signs and see what all is coming through for fire signs. And that will be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You have the Tower. So something is ending, and usually the Tower is that card that's like, oh my gosh, the one of the more feared cards coming out in the tarot. But towers aren't a bad thing. When you're getting ready to level up, when you're getting ready to go to the next stage in your development, the next, jumping to a higher timeline. And remember, timelines are choices. They're different paths. It's a higher path based on your experience, based on your learning and your lessons. And it's not enough to just acknowledge that, oh, this is the lesson I'm supposed to learn. You have to step into it. You have to incorporate that into how you're behaving. So if, for example, if you had a heart attack, and you said, oh, well, I had a heart attack because I'm eating terribly and I'm eating, Big Macs 5 times a week and I'm not exercising. It's not enough that you acknowledge that that's what caused it. You need to change that behavior. You need to eat more healthy foods or better balanced diet. You need to exercise more if you want to change that situation. So it's like that with your life lessons as well. It's not enough to acknowledge and say, oh, I'm in a codependent relationship. And I've had that pattern for the last 5 partners that I've had. It's not enough to acknowledge it. You have to take decisive steps towards changing it, towards addressing it, towards modifying that behavior. So when the Tower comes through, that's like what happens before you level up. That's what the old part needs to go so that the new part can come in stronger. And then we have lost love, surrender, healing, and release. So something about the Tower and love. So there's a sense of needing to surrender and needing to heal and just kind of releasing things to the universe. And whether it's almost kind of coming across that there's a love in your life that is going to slip away because of certain habits, or maybe it's somebody that you lost a long time ago. And that's what this Tower is about. So this Tower is definitely, it's coming across that it is related to your love life. But if you are on a twin flame journey, then the Tower is clearing the way for the twin flame connection to come through, because this is the push from the universe. This is the energy that's out there right now in the collective. It's pushing for union. It's pushing for these higher relationships to come online. So even if you're not specifically on a twin flame journey, this is a kind of a divine union. It's a higher level relationship is trying to come online. So the Tower is whatever is standing in the way of that, whether you're in a job that takes 80 hours a week, so you have no room in your life for a relationship, or maybe it's a toxic family bond that's in there somewhere, or maybe you're in another relationship and you need to be out of it. So there's going to be some Tower that's coming. And dawn of love. Love is rising on the horizon of your life. So, yep. And what's inside this little bubble is the same as over here. So this is, especially if this is a past life soulmate, like a high level soulmate or a twin, this lost love could be the love, it's a lost love from a prior life. But love is wanting to come through. And even when we look at the Browns, love is wanting to come through. That domestic bliss and harmony is wanting to come through for you. So the Tower needs to clear the way. Something needs to go so that you can bask in that love and that joy. And beauty, may you perceive nature's artistry afresh. So this is kind of the whole thing of if you're down in the dumps, like if you've been having a lot of stress and anxiety related to the situation that needs to tower right now, it's keeping you from being able to experience life and experience the world around you because you're so focused on this, whatever situation is that's kind of crushing down on you. And so that beauty card is the reminder to look for the beauty around you. That's what this life is about. It's not, how many hours can I put in at work? How many more projects can I take? It's how can you appreciate this lifetime and what all it has to offer. So that was our message for fire signs, for the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now let's move on to earth signs. So our earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What message wants to come through for you for today? The Tower for you as well. So if this is related to a relationship, it could be that it's a fire sign and an earth sign relationship that's coming apart. So because if you skipped ahead to the earth signs, fire signs have this as well. So this was the card that was pulled for fire signs and also now for earth signs. So it could be that you're in a relationship with somebody who's a fire sign and that's what's going. And the message here when we were looking at this Three of Pentacles, Four of Wands, is the universe is trying to bring in something better. But in order to bring in something better, what's standing in the way of it, if there's a rundown, dilapidated shack and, you want to build this beautiful new home, you have to tear down the dilapidated shack that is really needing to be condemned. You need to tear that down in order to build something new in its place. So these blessings and this joy and this happiness can't come in while there's this old structure, old belief, whether this is a relationship, and that's the way it was reading for fire signs, that it's a relationship, but maybe it's a job that is working you like a dog and you have no room in your life for a relationship. Maybe it's a toxic family connection. Maybe you have toxic parents. Whatever the case may be, something has got to give in order to bring in that happiness. And the message, positive news, positive outcome. So remember, the Tower isn't all about, oh my gosh, my life is terrible and horrible and now I'm going to wallow in misery for years because of this. It's, if you can embrace the Tower as the universe saying, hey, this is really important. You really need to make a change in your life to be on your highest path. Then you can embrace that Tower energy and say, okay, this is happening for a reason. Let's lean in and get it done and move on to the happiness. And it says, trust your gut feeling. Let your heart lead you to who you are. And this is part of that message. So if you've been in a situation that's unfulfilling and leaving you drained and needs to go, so much of your energy has been put into that situation that you're not really able to listen to your gut. You're not able to hear who it is that you want to be, because if you're in an unhappy place, you don't want to be in that unhappy place. You're not born here incarnating on this earth to be miserable. That's not your point. That's not the plan. You're supposed to be here to learn lessons. So if you're unhappy and sitting in low vibration energy right now, you're not supposed to be there. And that's what the Tower is there to correct. All right. Belonging. May you welcome yourself home. So this with the blues is going with this Tower. So you've been kind of pushed into a situation where you're not feeling warm and fuzzy and happy and at home in your own body. And this trust your gut and belonging is trying to push you back to a happier place, back to a place where you feel balanced, where you feel at peace in your own body every day. So that is the message for our earth signs, which is our Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And now we will move on to our water signs, last but not least. So water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So let's see what messages are coming through for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for today. The Magician. So the Magician is all about transforming lead into gold. So you're in a position where this is the energy coming in from the universe. The universe is trying to bring you into a higher level harmonious union, and they're trying to bring in these blessings. It's trying to bring in these rewards of all of your hard work. And so the energy for you is really to push through any situations that feel heavy, things that feel low vibe, and to really push that into this energy, this high vibe energy, where you can be sitting in your blessings and your reward. All right, Amethyst. So transformation, certainty, and confidence. If you meditate with crystals, amethyst, for one, it's beautiful. I love having these towers. So usually if I'm meditating, I feel like it fits perfectly like there, so then you can hold it over your heart when you're taking your deep breaths in. If you wear amethyst jewelry, that's a nice one as well for clarity and balancing. So transformation, certainty, and confidence. So this is about having confidence in the universe that it is bringing in what you need, and having that certainty and that faith and trust that the divine has your back. And what you're transmuting here is those heavy energies so that you can get into your energy of abundance and energy of blessings, which really strong. That's what's being pushed right now. Let's take a look at our Sufi wisdom oracle. Free will. Get out of your cocoon. And this is going really strong with this energy, this magician energy with Jordy here, of get out of your cocoon and exercise your free will. It's also going nicely here with this Four of Wands, which is that union energy. It's that harmonious, happy family balance type of energy. And that's really where you're being pushed, because you do have free will. So get out of your cocoon. You are in the process of transforming, but you have to get out of your cocoon, butterfly. If you stay in there for too long, then you're just, going to be that pile of goo in the cocoon. Like, let yourself transform and step out and embrace all of the abundance that's trying to come in. All right, forgive. May you let it be. So remember, with forgiveness, and this is one of the big things, and I feel like there's some of this energy here with the forgiveness, is it's about you. It's about freeing you up. It's not about them. It's not about, I'm okay with their behavior. It's about you releasing the hold that they have on your energy. So you're not playing those scenarios over and over in your head. You're letting them go and releasing it to give yourself peace. So I hope that today's message has been helpful. As always, take only what resonates and leave the rest behind. So if this is a message you think someone else could benefit from, I would encourage you to share this with them. Otherwise, I wish you peace and joy along your journey. Until next time.